Hello. When you hop on, if you're coming on right now, you're probably a replay watcher. So if you don't see that little red live, that just means that you are hopping on as a replay. So go ahead and let me know with a hashtag replay. And if you are coming on here new and you have never seen me before, I am an educator with Lime Life by Alcone, and I'm a star beauty guide here. And I'm just gonna get ready. So come hang out with me if you would like. And if you're hopping on and you're live, my question of the day is, what is your favorite fast food place? I shouldn't eat fast food, but I had McDonald's today, so it got me curious. So when you hop on, say hey and your favorite fast food place to eat. And I forgot. I don't know if I still have it on here. I probably don't. That's all right. I do have a quiz for color match, but I did not remember to copy it. So if you guys hop on and you want to share this video, feel free. Tell me what your favorite fast food place to eat at is when you get on here, to let me know that you're here. And if the connection is okay and you can hear me okay, just throw up some emotions for me. Hi, Brianna. How are you? Brianna, Chipotle. I tried Chipotle for the very first time at the end of June when I went to California, and I liked it. It was good. Brianna, if you would like, send me your address and I'll mail you some samples for free. I'm going to mail out some in a couple days, so I finally got in the ones that I needed. So if you want, go ahead and send me your address so I can mail you some goodies. And that goes for anybody on here if you would like. I'll mail them to you. I'm just going to clean up my brows a little bit before I get started. So I'm going to do my makeup. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do kind of a neutral type of an eye look this evening. Nothing too crazy. I did just get my hair done. And I got it trimmed, but it's still long. So that way it's a little bit more even. And I got the blondes touched up and a little bit brighter. I always get a balayage, so it's not super intense. But look at those blondes. Oh, they look so pretty. So pretty. I'm so excited. I love getting my hair done. It's my favorite. So I figured that I would come on here and do my makeup so I can take a few selfies, because that's what girls do, get their hair done. I also got my toes done too. Katie and I went and got a pedicure last minute, but my birthday is at the end of this week on Friday, so I figured I might as well go get my toes done so they match my dress that I'm gonna wear. And since I got my hair done, and we'll do some makeup and do just like a full-on look. I'm super excited for my birthday this weekend. See some of my family and hang out and have a good time. So when you hop on, if you guys are on here, let me know that you're here with telling me what your favorite fast food restaurant is. I just went and ate McDonald's and I feel disgusting, but it was worth it. Oh, it's so horrible. Hi, brother. I know I was supposed to call you back, but I was just telling them that I got my toenails done as a last minute thing with Katie, and then when I got home, I watched your Snapchat and I was going to call you, but I got to do a team training video. So I'm going to do my makeup real quick. And then after that, when I have some time, I'll give you a call back so we can chat. So I want to go to the wineries for my birthday this time. It's a little bit different with COVID and everything, but we're not in a complete lockdown. So I'm wanting to go to the wineries, but the one, Prairie Berry in Hill City, is taking by appointments only right now, which they never have done before in the past. Instead of just like a free-for-all, you can come in and try some. But they only allow 6 people in a testing room, a wine testing. So I think there's going to be more than 6 of us, so I don't want to do that. So I think we're just going to go to a different one and then eat some food. I'm super excited. I was going to talk to you guys about some other stuff too, but we'll see who gets on here and who is hanging out. So I don't know what my favorite fast food restaurant is exactly. I do like McDonald's, unfortunately, because it's so gross and so bad for you.
Mama?
What, honey?
Is Katie bringing this on me?
No, that was from your Happy Meal.
Happy Meal?
Yeah.
Oh, meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Look at her face.
I have a hard time just choosing
her
which
face.
one I like the best.
Look at her face, Mama.
Oh, Georgia got a little race car in her meal. I figured it was something, mine's Taco John's probably. Taco John's is decent. I don't care for like their tacos or their beef or anything, but I really love the No. 5 crunchy chicken burrito with a side of nacho cheese. So good. Hey, can we, don't, honey.
I'm trying to make it stairs.
Babe. Had to wait until Jarrett got home, and he's here now, but he's obviously distracted, and Georgia got away. Where's your daddy? I don't mind Taco John's that much. I definitely. Whoops, wrong side. He's just watching a movie. Can you go out there with him, please?
No.
Please.
Mama, make it stairs. Mama, make it stairs, Mama. Mama, make it stairs with her.
Where's Jarrett at, kid?
He's sitting on the couch.
I'll just tell him to come get her. The grilled steak burrito is pretty good. I never tried that. Maybe I will have to test that out. So I'm going to carve. I used just a medium brow pencil for my eyebrows. And now this is my 3-well palette with my concealers and foundation. So I'm going to carve out my brows just to make them look nice and crisp and clean. I'm using the No. 0 concealer. It's a wax-based concealer. All of them are. And they have a wonderful consistency and amazing coverage. Got primers built in.
Leave those there.
Mama, make it stairs.
No. Come on.
Hey, I'll be out in just a little bit.
Chill.
It's the end of the world.
Come on.
She can spend all day with me, but then still want to be with me. So if that tells you anything about our relationship. So I just like to drag it across both ways. That way I make sure that they're even and lined up. They're never going to be exactly the same because then it would look a little weird. So both sides of my face are completely different. And we'll carve them out like that. Make them look a lot more clean. I like this concealer brush. It's like perfect for getting in that arch and everything. I can't believe Georgia's 3. Like, I just physically don't understand how I had a child 3 years ago. She's so big and so smart. They're sisters, not twins, exactly. That's what I live by. I have to, otherwise I'll be all meticulous, and I've gotten to the point where it's just kind of like, yeah, they're just gonna kind of look how they look, so. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this one is considered like a foundation brush. It's got a flat edge, but I'm going to use it for my concealer to conceal my eyelids. And that'll be like my eyeshadow primer. So a versatile product that you can use for multiple different things. So my daughter turned 3 and I didn't know our kids were so close in age. That's awesome. They could be friends. Okay, where did I put that thing? My blind? Blind. in the world? How did I lose it? Just had it. Oh, there it is. That's why. On my dirty dresser, I've got so much clutter everywhere. I really need to deep clean again. I just did before Georgia's birthday, but I shut my room door and I kind of just like tossed a few things in here. If you guys are hopping on just now, you let me know that you're here with a tell me what your favorite fast food place is. So I'm going to go in. So this is concealers 2 and this one is 0. See how bright this one is? It's a beautiful brightening one. And this is more like a general coverage because it matches the foundation a little bit. So I'm going to take and drag down. I like to use the brightener around the brows because it's going to naturally, what were the purple nails that I had colored? Ooh, good question. Good question. They might be out of stock, potentially, but look, I have them right here. Let's see if the name is on them anywhere. I don't think. Oh, it's called Glamsterdam. Glamsterdam. I can't believe I even had those right there, so good thing. But I like to use the brightener concealer around my eyebrows because that's a high point on my face. So I like to highlight it. And so when I do my foundation, it'll give it a natural highlight. And I like to just blend that in. And then when I do the foundation on top of it, it'll look more natural. So first I like to drag down onto my lid. So look, you can already kind of see how much, I didn't even get any more product. I literally just took what I already had here and drug it down, and it already colored that much. That's all the pigmentation in there. Isn't that wonderful? I just got my nails done, my toenails done with a gel with Katie just now, and they have like, it's called Cat Eye. If I could get my foot up here to show you guys, I would show you it. But they actually, I've never seen this technology before. But they like they paint them with the gel and then use a magnet, and it pulls up certain things in the center. So then it gives it like a bright color in the middle. And when you move your hand or your foot, it gives it like a different glow. And so I picked a really pretty green color that's going to match my dress for Saturday. And so, yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy. I thank the Lord I ordered them from a girl that had extras on hand and thought that was them, but they looked different. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's them. That's awesome. They're so pretty. I love that purple glittery one. I just ordered some, and I was hoping that they would be here in time for Georgia's birthday, but unfortunately they were not. But that's okay. So now I'm going to go in with that general coverage one and just do majority on the lid, not on the, I'm not going to take it all the way up to the brow bone. I used to have the nail polish. It's a lot of, that's so cool. I never knew about it before until I just went today and got a pedicure, and I thought it was beautiful looking. It's way more interesting than just like a flat color, you know? So there's that, and I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and my translucent powder, and I'm just gonna get a tiny bit on there and just set it in the crease. That way my cream concealer doesn't go anywhere and doesn't crease up on me before I can get to eyeshadow. Laura, if you're still here, what's your favorite fast food? Amanda, what's your favorite fast food? I think yours used to be Taco John's way back when, but I'm not 100% sold on that answer. Okay, so now, so what I've done today for skincare so far is I washed my face with Quench Cleanse, and then I moisturized with Skin Therapy, and then I put on One Drop Wonder. So I'm not going to put on any moisturizer or anything. I'm just going to do my serum, the Sotox, but first I'm going to put on my under eye concealer to sort of brighten up that under eye area. So this technique that I do is a little bit more like, I don't know, not everyone does it exactly like me, and that's okay, but this is how I like to do it, and this is how it works best for me. So I'm going to keep this same one, and I'm going to take into the brightener shade first. I'm going to get just a little bit I don't like to use a lot around my eyes at all because I like it to be very natural looking, and I don't want it to get, you know, there's a lot of creases around the eye area. So I just like to make sure that I get it really light, and you can like a little, look at, that was just the tiniest bit of concealer and it goes such a long way. And so I just kind of brighten up the edge, and I can bring it to the nose like that. That's really hard. Maybe cook out. I try not to eat fast food too. I ate fast food today though, like a grosso, but I could not help it. I was running around and I just wanted it so bad. So there's the inner corner kind of highlight. See how that brightens up that side? And then on the outside here, I'm going to take more of that general coverage, just a teeny bit. And I'm just going to focus that on the outer edge. So it's still going to give me a little bit of coverage in that concealer coverage, but it's going to brighten. So that way it looks brighter in and opens up my eye, because I have a smaller eye shape and kind of a protruding brow. So I like to make my eye look more open and more awake. My doctor wants me to go full vegan. Oh my, that would be really hard. I think we talked about this on a different live that I was doing with Jarrett, how hard it would be to not eat any meat. I think like those people who do it is amazing, but I don't know if I could, just because where we live, like hunting is such a thing and all the stuff that we do, I can't see it fitting into my lifestyle, unfortunately. Excuse me. I even drink a Coke, and if you guys know, I do not drink soda. Period. I just don't do it. So I'm gonna use my finger. This one is the weakest finger, just barely tapping on there. And I tapped in my concealer a little bit, and now I hold my eye up like that, like squinty, and I try to get some of that powder into the crease. That way I can set it down a little bit without going all over the whole face and being kind of crazy. And that should help any creasing in the bottom part of the eye. So now, I don't know what I want to do. I'm not sure if I should maybe just use this guy. I like this one, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think just like a neutral brown with a cream lid? You think that would be okay to do? Let me know while I clean off my brushes. Let me know. And while, if you guys are just hopping on, let me know what your favorite fast food place is. If you're coming on. So, do you guys... Oh, thank you. I actually picked at it right before I got on here and caused myself some red marks because I am an anxious freak, and that's what I do. It's so dumb. I can't help it. I cannot help it. But yeah, so this morning I listened to some podcasts to help me get some inspiration and to get prepared for what I want to talk about in my team training. And I try to listen to podcasts pretty often because it's very inspiring and motivating. And so if you don't already listen to podcasts, I highly recommend doing that. It's very, very helpful. Yes, for a neutral. Okie dokie. We'll do that. We will do that. So, same kind of thing with this, since I have a, that one's still going to be dirty from last time. Oops, why did that one get put in upside down? Since I do have that protruding brow, doing eyeshadow, I can't do it like normal people. A lot of my eyelid doesn't really show, so I have to do it a little bit more. I have to put a little bit more thought to it on what I'm gonna do. Not much, it's not by much, but it's just, there's that small challenge that I have to work around a little bit in order to get it to be shaped correctly. So first thing that I'm gonna do is always take my fluffy brush And I go into like a transition shade, something that's similar to my skin color. So I'm gonna start with this one. Just lightly kind of press it in like that. And then I always like to start on this outer V back here. And this is the transition color. So what this is gonna do is help make the eyeshadow look like gradient and more like airbrushed. So it's not going to have a lot of harshness or anything like that on there. Hey Ashley, I do have a question for you. Maybe we could talk in Messenger, but don't you have a portfolio? Whoops, I got into the wrong one. Whoops. Just dust that off. I think we talked about that at one time, and so I actually have a genuine question about that for you. So that is what I'm doing on both sides, is just taking that, and see, I'm not going clear up to the brow bone because I want to leave that natural kind of highlighted area that I did with the concealer. So I'm not going to go all the way up to the brow bone. And I just kind of go, yes, you do, perfect. Okay, I'm going to send you a message if you don't mind after this and talk with you. Because I have something that I might need help with, if you don't mind. So there, pretty good, just a normal. So now I'm going to get rid of this one, and I'm going to switch to, and by the way, these are just Morphe Jaclyn Hill. These are what I always use. They're like my go-to brushes. This is the Jaclyn Hill 30, and then this one is just a Morphe M513. And this one has a little bit smaller, and it's a little bit more angled on the end. So now I can go into something a bit darker. So we were here, so we might move up to here before we get all the way to the chocolate brown. They look so different on camera than they do in real life. And Ashley, oh, I'll ask you in Messenger. I don't want it to be a public question. So that's awesome. I'm excited. So this way, same thing, just put it in the outer corner right here, and we don't have to go clear up into that transition color. We can stay below it, and I like to stay in the crease and just barely above it. And just sort of using, like, you can see I'm not super choked up on the brush. I'm back here and I'm letting the brush do the work, and I'm holding it just like this. And I like to get off as much of the product first at the end, because this is where I want it to be the darkest. Same kind of thing. I want it to be dark here and brighter here to give my eye that illusion that it's a little bigger and open it up. So I'm just going to go back and forth with light pressure, and I kind of switch between like the circular motions, a little bit of a stamp at first, and then I come in with the windshield wiper motion. And just kind of make sure those blend together. And we can come back in for more, but before I do that, I want to come to the other side quickly, and that way then I don't get one eye too dark. Going back and forth on each eye for me helps, and just make sure that I'm not over doing one eye more than the other, and then they come out looking completely wrong and not matching at all. So we're just gonna take our time. I think this is like the most tedious thing, is just taking your time to blend. But for me, it's more therapeutic than anything. Like, I just enjoy doing makeup, and I enjoy being artistic with it. And I was never super good at like art in school or anything like that, but I've had just this thing for makeup, and so being able to combine making a paycheck with it and coming on here and showing people what I do and how I use it is like the best of both worlds. So I'm going to go back in that same color again and just darken it just a little bit and fill in any areas that are looking a little patchy. And keep on blending. And so I like to kind of follow the shape of my eye as well. Like I do kind of come over above a little bit and into where it's going to be lighter, but we're going to go back over all of that anyways. And I like to kind of just follow the shape of what my eye does naturally. And then I like when I look like this, if a lot of that eyeshadow goes away, like you can kind of see that blunt line, I like to take it up there more a little bit and just get it above that crease. So that way it doesn't look silly and like it all disappeared underneath my crease and underneath my brow. So that's something I don't have, like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like I don't have like super hooded eyes, but I just have like a protruding brow bone, and that's what gives it the illusion that I've got that weird eyelid that is mostly hidden. I'm really jealous of people who have a lot of eyelid space. So now I'm just taking this fluffy brush again. I cleaned it all off and I'm just using it as a blender to blend out any of those areas. Like that. So it just looks kind of smoky and cute. Natural though, nothing too dramatic. I did do a really pretty blue look the other day before I went out. It was really nice, but those eyelashes did not want to stay on. So that was unfortunate, but we called it a night pretty early anyway, so. And Georgia had a wonderful birthday party. The kiddos swam in the pool and she got presents, a lot more than I expected because I told everyone she doesn't need anything. So she got kind of spoiled. But it was a really good time hanging out with all my family and having her cousins over and friends to swim and play with her. I did end up emptying my pool though and refilling it after everybody left, because it was like half of the water got splashed out of it and it caused like a muddy pit around. And then the water got dirty from kids being in and out, in and out, in and out. So I just emptied it and refilled it. Okay, so now I am going to go in. I'm going to use the same brush again, but light-handed. And I'm just going to take that chocolate brown right here, just a tiny bit. And we're just going to keep that in the lower. And I'm kind of doing that stamping and swiping a little bit just to get the majority of that product off again. And this time I'm not going to come all the way over in the crease. I'm only going to come halfway and just blend it in with what we had already. Tater is snoring a little bit. It's so cute. So this weekend, we're going to hopefully do the winery thing for my birthday on Saturday, and then do some other stuff after that for dinner and whatnot. And then on Sunday, we have a wedding, so we're gonna have to go to that. So luckily it's not till 4 p.m., so I don't have to be up early, but it's still gonna be challenging if I don't drink enough water. And Wednesday, if you guys want to come back, I think Wednesday, Katie and I are going to do Wine Wednesday, and I'm going to do her makeup for like the first time, like eyeshadow and all of it. She usually doesn't do that much makeup on hers, so I want to see what she looks like with like full eyeshadow, eyeliner, all that. So we're going to do a video of it, so if you guys want to see that, let me know. So I'm gonna leave this for a second and I'm gonna come back because I want to put on, I'm not gonna do that, I lied. I wanna put on this eyelid color real quick, which I'm just gonna use my finger in that one. And everything is matte, but, and it's usually like you would want to use your finger for like a shimmer shade to get the max amount of shimmer to transfer. But I like to also use my finger for these kind of shades because I feel like if I dust them on with a brush, they become translucent and kind of go away. So I like to have that pigment applied with the finger. So look how bright that made it. A pretty smoky eye, but that light color just made it brighten up a lot. You guys hear Tater snoring? My little Boston Terrier snoring on my bed. Okay, so now I'm going to, it looks pretty, huh? I like it. I'm gonna come back into a different color. Not fully that dark chocolate, but I'm just going to cover up any and make it look more blended together with that lighter color. And clean up around the top. Hopefully me and my brother can do a video again soon together. I think that would be a good time. Here we go. Okay, so got that. And now I like to use, when I'm doing a neutral look like this, I like to continue that neutral. So I'm going to use a brown eyeliner, chocolate brown eyeliner to tightline. And then I'm also going to use a brown liquid eyeliner for the wing. So it's pretty, they're pretty dark and they almost look black, but they just are like a sultry brown. And I like the way that they look better than sticking a harsh black onto a brown eye look. So tight line, I just have to lift my eyelid. And really get up under there, be gross. Show you guys all my under eyelid. And then we'll take our matte brown. Look at that sharp edge on there. It's wonderful. So when you do a winged eyeliner, the best way is for your eye shape to figure out how you want your eye shape to go, is start at the bottom line, your lash line, and just follow it. See how that made kind of a nice little... Put most of your pressure at the end and then lift off. So see, I just followed the same line and it worked really well. And then you're gonna wanna come down in a little ways, so you're not at the very, very tip of it. I'm gonna get some color out of this, hopefully. I don't think it should be dying yet. I think it's fairly new. Hi, Sam. My friend. How are you? I'm getting ready to do our team training, but my brown eyeliner is not working. Well, what am I gonna do? Might have to slap on some black, I guess. It's not gonna... I thought this one was new, but I'm also weird and I keep my old ones sometimes. So maybe I'll look through this and see if I've got one. In the meantime, we're gonna leave it tipped upside down so it can all drain to the end, hopefully. Let's see. I have way too much makeup in case any of you were wondering. Way too much. What's this? That's a brow pencil. Well. I might be out of luck. I have to use black anyways, even though I didn't want to. I'm doing okay. I'm excited for your training. I keep my old. I know, I'm so weird. I don't know why I do that. I'm such a goofball. I'm excited too. I listened to a few podcasts this morning and took some notes, and I think I've got something interesting that hasn't really been, I don't know, hasn't been talked about too much, I don't think. So it'll be kind of exciting. Oh, I left it upside down and now it's starting to come back. Not good enough though. I'm just gonna have to do black, unfortunately. That's all right though. So I pull back in like that. Keep mine because even if I buy the same brand, I feel like it never works the same as the one I had. I know, right? It's so silly. So silly. So pull it back and then go over that and connect it. So I like this pen because it's matte and the formula is very easy to work with and it's really smooth and it doesn't bleed. So you have a lot of control. Don't throw it back in the pile. I know. Oh, I probably did. I probably did. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. That's all right though. Any excuse to buy more makeup, right? I wanted my wing to come out a little further. My eyeball is crying. Why are you crying, eyeball? I have the most teary eyes ever. I'm like ruining my eyeshadow. So I'm basically just coloring in and making it all look even. And making sure everything connects. So this one came out much better than this one, and now I messed up my eyeshadow, so I'm gonna go back and fix it. And hopefully this eyeball won't cry. I don't know why I'm crying. And then probably because I messed up this one anyway, so I'm gonna have to go back in and fix that one. Oh, regardless. So the only thing about the pen that I wish that would be different, not that I don't necessarily like it, I guess, but I just wish that would be different, is that it would be waterproof like the pencils, because the pencils are so waterproof that no matter what you do, you can cry, you can like use soap on them. The only thing that takes the pens off is, or the pencils off, is makeup spray or like a makeup remover. So my tears won't make it go anywhere like this one does. But see, this one looks beautiful. It didn't bleed. My eye didn't cry. So they are really, really nice and really creamy. But the only thing is that hopefully in the nearest future they'll be waterproof completely. But they don't smudge. If you smudge them, they don't smudge once they're dry. But if you're a crier, gotta keep your tears away from it. So now to fix the end of it right here, because I wanted it to be a little longer and I didn't get it as sharp as this one, I'm just gonna use concealer to clean it up a little. But first, gotta fix what I accidentally covered up with the eyeshadow. Okay, so we're gonna just throw this one away right now. Okay, I got the brown one thrown away. I have a waterproof liquid, I can only get it off. Liquid. I know, those ones are nice. I do like a pen, because if I get like a liquid in my eyeball, it burns so bad and it hurts like crazy. So I switched to a pencil a long time ago, or like a pen, and I used Kat Von D's for a long time, and then I used another one. It was a a liquid eyeliner pen, and I liked that one, but it wasn't like matte, not as matte as I like, and the formula would always chip off. I was like, what in the world? What is going on here? So now I'm just gonna get my concealer brush. Oh, there it is. And I'm gonna take that brightening concealer again, and I'm gonna use it to sharpen up this one a little bit. I did try a different one from Ulta too. I cannot remember the brand to save my life, and I thought it would be better. I was hoping it would be better, but for some reason it just like did not help. See, my eyes are watering again. I have the wateriest eyes. I have dry eye. It's a problem. It's problematic for doing eye makeup. It's still not quite as sharp, but I think I might just have to be done. I'm over it. Over it. Sometimes that happens. Just get over it. So blend that out. So easy way to fix your mess ups with eyeliner. It's fine. I can't be any more nitpicky. Let's see. Okay, now I'm going to take my brown eyeliner. So this is one cool thing that I like about these ones. So this is the pen, or the pencil, excuse me, that is like completely waterproof and smudge proof, but it does take, it's like a gel formula, so it takes like 15 seconds to dry. So what I'm gonna do is show you a quick little eyeliner smudge, and then once it's dry, after smudging it, it's not gonna go anywhere, even if I cry, which I don't plan on doing, but you know. My nose is running now. What a mess. The girl is a mess. There we go. So now see the difference? Just a nice little smudged out under eye. Nothing too complex. I didn't have to use any more eyeshadow. Just like that. I like it. It's easy and quick. I don't know, am I like, you guys tell me, am I weird for liking the feeling of putting eyeliner on? Like it's almost refreshing on my lower line to put on liner. Am I a weirdo? My nose is running. I might do a little bit more on this side on the inner because I don't have quite enough. It'll have to do. Okay, so now I am going to put on a little bit of my Sotox. So this is just like my anti-aging. It's just a serum to help with fine lines and wrinkles and stuff like that. I usually stab myself in the eyeball, so that's not too refreshing. This is going to help reduce the look of pores and any, so basically like initially it gives you that instant sort of a tightness and looks really nice underneath your makeup. But if you're wearing it daily for long-term effects, it's going to start to also diminish the, look of any sun damage or anything like hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. So I like to put this on, and then I am gonna get just a teeny bit more of the One Drop Wonder, because last time I put it on wasn't since this morning. So I'm gonna put that on, especially in some of my more dry areas. And One Drop Wonder is going to help that serum to absorb into the skin because it has a much smaller molecule. So it's going to help open up and get that Sotox serum really penetrating your skin and helping it. So it's going to help when you add that One Drop Wonder to it. It's also going to help with like scarring, and so that'll help you with like acne because it's an antibacterial. So it has so One Drop Wonder is an incredible thing, and it's a 1 ingredient product, and we have the patent for it, so you can't find it in this most pure form anywhere else. And so it's amazing. So now I'm just going to use my First Base Primer Spray. If I was going out in the day, I would use my sunscreen, but the sun is going down quickly, so I am just using my regular primer. Just regular primer. I'm gonna let that dry. And then the my summer shade now is Shinto 1. I was using Shinto 0 for the summertime, or for the winter time. So I finally got this shade in, so now I can wear makeup and not feel ghostly. So I'm excited. So what I like to do with this then is my face is all prepped and ready. The foundation is 50% pigmentation along with the concealer, so I don't have to color correct based on my skin. But if you have more redness or more acne, you can. So I just take it, and I don't need a lot. Basically what I do is like just swirl it to kind of get it onto the brush. And then from there, I just get it onto my face and let it warm up a little bit. And then I can go in and blend. I forgot to hop off fish. Making supper, feel free to message me. Oh yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I will send you a message when I get off of here. So we can just, I like to start with a little bit and go in and add more if I need to. But if you start with a lot, it's obviously going to be a lot harder to take it away. So make sure that you are starting with a little and adding more if you want more coverage. But like I said, it is 50% pigmentation. So the max you can usually get at like a Sephora or an Ulta when you get color matched and get a high-end one is about 28%. And so if that tells you anything about liquid or cream foundations from there versus like a professional grade makeup. So look, that red spot pretty much went completely away. And that was my own dang fault for picking at my face right before this, like a weirdo. So we'll get that blended in. Cover up all the redness around my nose and on my cheeks. And since it is wax-based, it's not going to settle into like your fine lines and make you look older like most liquid foundations do, I have found. And when I did a major comparison between this one and the old foundation that I was using, I was completely shocked at how different it is. And it's non-comedogenic, so it's not, so between that antibacterial that we just put on and the makeup not being comedogenic, that means that it's not going to settle into your pores and cause acne. And so you're not getting the breakouts from this, and it's botanical, which means that it's plant-based. So you're getting a lot of benefits. So although I do not recommend sleeping in your makeup, I have slept in this and it has not caused me any breakouts. Any. My background changed. I moved into my room because I'm doing my real estate class still, and it's just easier to focus in here, and it's also a little easier to not be distracted by Georgia and Jarrett and everybody walking past me to get to the bathroom in the hallway. So we made a little switcheroo. So right now I'm just getting around that brow area and making them look a little bit more like gradient, just making sure that everything around the brows are nice and blended from that concealer and the foundation going together. So that's a nice part about it too, is that since the concealer and foundation are both wax based, they blend beautifully together. So it's just kind of like using a liquid foundation and a liquid concealer. They just go together. I'm sorry, I'm so sniffly. My nose is running, unfortunately. So there you can see all how much it covered up with all the redness that was around my nose and everything. And now, I hope that's the right one. I'm just gonna warm up my mascara. So I'm going to real estate class, so awesome. Oh, I miss you too. Yeah, so I when I got laid off from COVID, well, previous to this, I was already thinking about doing real estate, and I just hadn't committed and purchased the class yet. So when COVID happened and I was just sitting at home, I was like, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity for a career change, because I'm not very happy where I am anyways. And I want to do bigger and better things for myself and for my family. So I bought the class and I've been taking it still. It's a work at your own pace kind of a thing. So that's kind of scary for me because I'm a procrastinator, but I do have goals set for myself and like deadlines. So that way I can hopefully get it done within a reasonable amount of time and get my butt back to making money. More money than what I am right now. I don't know. I'm just excited, and I've already thought about doing real estate for a while and doing things like I bought this house this year, and I already knew that I wanted to rent it out. So I kind of already had that, and it'll be nice to be in real estate and kind of have the first pick of the houses that go on the market in my state. So I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm going to put on just a little bit of blush. So if you know anybody at any point who wants to move or sell their home, send them my way. Or if you know anyone who wants makeup or a new skincare system, send them my way. So just a little blush. And then what I like to do is take my translucent powder. This is a very damp but also very squeezed out, and then I put it in a towel and squeeze it even more to get all of the water out of it, so it's not dripping wet, it's just very damp. And so I like to put the flat end in like that and just swirl it around lightly. And I lightly do that. That's just gonna crispen up that under area where the bronzer ended. And I'm not like pressing and sliding. The sponge is doing all of it for me. I'm not pressing at all. I'm pretty much dusting. So now I'm gonna take all that excess, go right up the center where my T-zone is, and then right onto the forehead like that, so it doesn't crease in any of my forehead wrinkles. So this is like, we call this Photoshop in a box because it virtually just like blurs any imperfections and makes everything look so much better. I'm gonna dust it off. Sounds like a perfect time for personal and professional growth. It's very hard to break up. I'm super excited. I do think, I don't know, it just worked out so good for everything, for COVID to happen when it did, and because I was feeling really burnt out at my job, and I had just asked them to find someone to replace me because I was really struggling to get there every day. And my cousin had reached out to me because she's in real estate here where I live, in the same town as me, and she was like, have you ever considered it? And I was like, I kind of thought about it, but when it felt like somebody else could see the potential in me, it was more of like okay, you have to do this type of a thing. So yeah, I'm excited. So that is done. I'm gonna set my brows, and then what kind of a lip color do we want to do? You guys think we should do something a little bit more bold this time? What you guys think? Let me know while I do my brows, while I finish them up, while I brush them and set them. So I'm going to take a tinted brow gel, and I'm just going to brush through them and shape them back up, because gravity likes to take over and force my eyebrows down, and it gives it a different kind of a, I don't know, it brings them back to life for me, is how I feel. Gives them kind of a more realistic appeal as well. I'm really excited for real estate too, because it's very similar to Lime Life with like the networking and connecting with people and making new friends, and the uncapped commissions and different things like that just have me really intrigued. So I'm just super excited because I've already been doing this for over a year. So I kind of already have like that idea of how to do it. So I'm pretty excited. What do you guys think? I don't know. Should we do something a little more bold? Maybe. What if I do, I don't know, this might be kind of far-fetched, but I think I'm going to do this gloss. It's going to be kind of dark. But I kind of want to try a bold lip, so we're going to do it. We're going to use grape liner. My nose, why is it running? I'm sweating for no reason. So hot. All right, so now I'm gonna put on Joy lip gloss, and these are so cute. So not sticky or anything like that, and they just give you a ton of pigmentation. So that's just a lip liner and then a lip gloss on top. Something a little bit more bold with this neutral eye, and yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna put on my setting spray. I like to use the Time Setter. This one keeps your makeup on for up to 16 hours, but also gives you kind of more of a dewy look. It's not mattifying. The Oil Strike setting spray is going to be the one to give you more of like a mattifying effect. So we're going to put that on, and then while it's drying, I'm going to highlight a couple areas. And then we'll put mascara on and be done. Only took us like an hour. My eye is watering again. I would normally curl my lashes, but you know, today I'm not. Get up close and personal. Oops. All right, that's that. All right, all done. So here is the finished look. I like it. Looks pretty good. Not bad. Nice and neutral and just a little pop of color. So that was a good time. So if you guys enjoyed this one, just let me know. I will talk to you guys real soon. Probably on Wednesday, I'm going to do my friend's makeup on here. So I'm excited for that. So I hope you come back and join. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to go do my team training now. So